So for tater tot casserole, here is all of our ingredients. We're going to need 1 pound of ground beef, 1 10.5 ounce can of condensed cream of mushroom. You can also do cream of chicken or cream of celery. We're using cream of chicken today. Salt, ground black pepper, and some garlic powder for taste. 1 16-ounce package of frozen tater tots. I'm using a 32-ounce package, so I might end up using a little bit more than the 16 ounces, but we like tater tots in our casserole, so adjust as needed. 2 cups of shredded cheddar cheese. I'm using a mix that also has jack cheese. I would recommend to include a little bit of white cheese because it gives you a little bit better melty top. And then we're also going to use this small onion. We're going to chop that finely, and that will be everything that we need. So firstly, we're going to preheat the oven to 350. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and add our onions to our skillet. We're going to turn it on medium. Okay, so that didn't look like quite enough room for me, so I'm going to actually switch to a bigger pan. The reason why is because we are going to be adding our condensed chicken soup to this as well. And I want to have room to be able to stir that up. Our goal with this is just to brown the hamburger meat and soften up the onions. So the onions should start to get a little bit translucent and the meat will get obviously browned. Once we're at that point, then we'll go on to the next step. So we're just going to let this brown up. So we're about halfway there now. We've got a lot of brown pieces and you can see the onion is starting to look a little translucent. So we're about halfway there. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and do just a little bit of salt and pepper seasoning, just as you would normally to taste, as your family prefers. I don't need that. So we'll just mix in that salt and pepper. And we'll let this keep cooking. Alright, now that we've got our hamburger nice and browned up, we have our onion looking nice and soft. We're going to go ahead and get just a little bit of the fat in here out before we add that soup. And this is the way that I like to do it. You just use a little paper towel and soak up some of that extra grease. And then you can just scoop that right into the trash. I do want to keep a little bit of fat because I feel like it helps add to the flavor. So we'll go ahead and leave that, and we're going to add our condensed soup. I'm going to turn the heat down just a little bit to low or medium low, and then we're just going to incorporate this soup. Last little bit of seasoning, I'm going to throw a touch of garlic powder, a little bit more salt, a little bit more pepper. Again, that'll be just to your personal flavor preference, so just season to what you like or what your family likes. And then we're going to go ahead and take this off the heat, turn off that burner. So we're going to prep our 9x13 pan. Just going to do a light spray of spray grease on the bottom just so that it doesn't stick. Now we're going to add our tater tots. So we're going to do a layer of tater tots on the bottom. Now what we're going to do is take that meat that we made up, and you're just going to scoop it out and plop it on top of your tater tots. And we're just going to spread that out. My favorite part, cheese. So I just like to take a little bit of that 2 cups and just sprinkle that on this first meat layer. And then we're going to add our top tater tots. We did end up using the full bag, the full 32-ounce bag of tater tots. So if you use a 16-ounce bag, you'll probably just want to do 1 layer, maybe not the bottom, but just the top. If you want to do 2 layers, definitely do the definitely do the 32-ounce bag of tater tots. And then we'll just add the rest of that cheese on top. Probably a little bit more than 2 cups of cheese, but that's okay. We like cheese in our house. And we're going to cook that at 350 for the next 15 minutes or so and check on it. It'll probably be in there for about 20 total. But what we're looking for is melted cheese on top and bubbling casserole soup stuff. So that's how you know it's done, is if you can kind of see that it's bubbling inside the juice of the casserole. So we're going to check back on it in 15 minutes. It's actually been cooking for 25 minutes now, and I don't have a whole lot of soup in mine that you can see bubbling, but you can hear it. You can kind of see we got a couple places along here where I can see that it's boiling, so it looks like it's almost there. I'm going to let it do, I think, just another 5 minutes to be sure. Yeah, we'll do another 5 minutes just to be sure. So our total cook time is going to end up being 30 minutes. And there we have it, a delicious tater tot casserole. Obviously we've got to let it cool off, but we'll cool it off and then we'll take a scoop out and let you guys see what it looks like on the inside.
Alright, so I'm going to cut some of this up and eat it. Mmm. Yum, dude. Mmm. I'm just kidding. I've been waiting for this for like a while now. So good.
"99 puppies on the wall."
Going to work? Are you going to work, dog? Yeah, towards a doggy that like to go to work.